Chapter 8, Group Cohesion. In team sports, being a cohesive unit can relate to increased success on the playing field. Players often attribute their success to their ability to get along and work together towards a common goal. Michael Jordan once said, "Naturally, there are going to be some ups and downs, particularly if you have individuals trying to achieve at a high level. But when we stepped in between the lines, we knew what we were capable of doing. When a pressure situation presented itself, we were plugged into one another as a cohesive unit. That's why we were able to come back so often and win so many close games. And that's why we were able to beat more talented teams." Another sports great, Rob Murphy, formerly a Cincinnati Reds pitcher, stated, "We've got a funny chemistry here. It's a strange mixture of guys. They're all good guys. I don't have any personal problems with any of them. There are guys who have great talent and good dispositions, but the mix, there's something not there. I can't really explain it other than it's a strange chemistry." Cohesion is the total field of forces which act upon members to remain in the group. Karen defined cohesion as a dynamic process reflected in the tendency for a group to stick together and remain united in the pursuit of its goals and objectives. So there are two distinct types of forces that act upon a group. Task cohesion reflects the degree to which members of a group work together to achieve common goals and objectives. Social cohesion is the interpersonal attraction among group members. This is the degree to which members of a team like each other and enjoy one another's company. Group cohesion has two major categories. The first of the two categories is members' perception of the group as a totality, or group integration. Within group integration, there are two subcategories. The task is the goal that the team is trying to achieve as a unit. The second group integration factor is social. For example, do the members of the team stick together outside of the practice or games? The second major category of group cohesion is a member's personal attraction to the group, or individual attraction to the group. Within the individual attraction to the group, there are two subcategories. There is a task, for example, do you like the style of play on this team? And finally, there's a social factor. Some of my friends may play on the team, which makes somebody want to stay. These beliefs are thought to influence a group's and an individual group member's sense of cohesion. We see different motivational factors between young athletes and older athletes. Young athletes discriminated along the lines of task versus social cohesion, and less along the individual group dimension than did older athletes. There are four main factors affecting the development of cohesion in sports and exercise settings: environmental, personal, leadership, and team factors. Environmental factors are the most general and remote. These are normative forces holding the group together. Frequently, this is impacted by the size of the group. Smaller groups are more cohesive than larger groups. Personal factors refer to the individual characteristics of group members. The most important personal factor is the individual member's satisfaction level. Another factor is cohesive similarity, which is frequently a demographic attribute including similarity in attitudes, aspirations, commitments, and expectations. Leadership factors include the leadership style and behaviors that professionals exhibit and the relationships they establish with their groups. The role of a leader is vital to team cohesion. Team factors refer to the group task characteristics in both individual and team sports, group productivity norms, desire for group success, group roles, group position, and team stability. Team factors are affected by the prior success of the team, the communication among team members, team goals, and the importance of the achievements of the team. This is a visual demonstration of the correlates of cohesion. We have cohesion in sports teams. This is influenced by four factors. The first is an environmental factor. Cohesion is also impacted by personal factors. Cohesion is also affected by leadership factors. And finally, there's an impact from team factors. The cohesion of a team results in various positive outcomes. For the group, cohesion results in team stability and performance effectiveness of the team. For the individual, we see resulting desired behavior outcomes and performance effectiveness of the individual. In addition, we also see associated personal satisfaction increase among individuals who experience team cohesion. For the most part, research indicates that there is a positive relationship between cohesion and performance. Cohesion can affect performance dependent upon the nature of interactions among team members along a continuum, from interactive to coactive. Coactive sports, such as bowling, require much less, if any, team interaction and coordination for achievement of goals. Coacting teams show no cohesion performance relationships. Interacting teams, such as volleyball, require that team members work together and coordinate their actions. Interactive teams demonstrate that the cohesion increases team performance. There is a circular relationship between cohesion and performance. Increased cohesion leads to a greater performance, which brings teams closer together, which then leads to more cohesion. However, the performance to cohesion relationship appears stronger than the cohesion to performance relationship. This is a key point. The relationship between cohesion and performance appears to be circular. Performance success leads to increased cohesion, which in turn leads to increase in performance. So, if increasing cohesion can increase the performance and chances of being successful, then how do we enhance cohesion? One method would be to examine the exercise setting. Dropout rates of traditional formal exercise programs are approximately 50%. So could we focus on cohesion to increase attendance rates? Research has demonstrated that exercise classes with good group cohesion have fewer dropouts and late arrivals than do classes low in cohesion. So, based on previous lectures and what you've learned so far, let's see if we can apply what we've learned. As you follow along with this lecture, I would encourage you to use a different solution to each of the following situations. There's no right or wrong answer, and you don't have to turn this in for points, but I would encourage you to play along. So, problem number 1. You're working with a group that has frequent disagreements or trouble working together. What should they do? What would you recommend? What we could do, remember, this isn't the only answer. There's more than one right answer. So if you were thinking something different, then that's okay too. But my suggestion, among many other solutions, you could encourage individuals to agree to disagree. Remind them about their common goals and ask them to sacrifice to put the group goals ahead of their personal differences. So problem 2. Team members don't agree on individual roles in relation to team success. They are bickering over who should do what. This is extremely common with younger teams or new teams. So how would you handle this? What would you suggest? So one suggestion of what we could do would be to clarify individual roles in relation to the team's success. We need to allow people to learn to appreciate the value of all positions. We could even use a challenge system to clarify who's more competent in a position, or you could even look at play statistics to determine roles on a team. What about problem number 3? In this situation, there are team problems, dysfunctional attitudes, pent-up issues, individuals are not getting along, and we're having petty arguments, among other things. As a whole, the situation seems a little dysfunctional. What can we do? Well, we may initiate a series of team meetings. This could allow people to describe the situation or problem. They could also express feelings about the problem, specify changes, discuss consequences of continued behavior, which allows people to take ownership over their actions and it helps them to feel empowered. So what about problem number 4? How do you encourage cohesion through individual sacrifice and being less selfish? My suggestion is to encourage sacrifice through investment. We could assign members to help newcomers with team protocols, orientations, and learn social norms. This also allows new members to be active in setting team goals and other decision-making capabilities, which increases their ownership. And lastly, problem number 5. A team has social cliques within a team. How do you prevent it from happening? Well, cliques often form when teams are losing, when athletes' needs are not being met, or when coaches treat certain people differently from others. We would need to address these issues to help prevent cliques from forming on a team. So, back to our notes. Let's wrap this chapter up. As long as communication is effective and open, coaches and leaders can foster group cohesion in several ways. We can communicate effectively. We need to create an environment where everyone is comfortable expressing thoughts and feelings. We can explain individual roles on the team. We need to stress the importance of each player's role to the team's success. We can develop pride within subunits. Players need the support of their teammates, especially those playing in the same position. We can set challenging team goals. Setting specific, challenging goals has a positive effect on individual and group performances. Goals set a high norm for productivity and keep the team focused on what needs to be accomplished. We can encourage the team or group to have an identity. We can do this by ordering jerseys or scheduling social functions for the team. We can also discourage the formation of social cliques. Social cliques often only benefit a few athletes or group members at the expense of alienating most of the team. We can encourage team functions to battle the development of cliques. We can also try to avoid excessive turnover. Excessive turnover decreases cohesion and makes it difficult for members to establish close rapport. Veteran players can help integrate new players to a team. We can conduct periodic team meetings. This allows members to honestly, openly, and constructively express positive and negative feelings. We can enhance the team's efficacy. The development of collective competence can increase players' feelings about their personal involvement with the team's productivity and objectives. We need to know the team's climate. A coach or leader should identify group members who have high interpersonal prestige and status within the group. We can rely on these individuals for feedback regarding ideas, opinions, and feelings of the individuals on the team. And finally, get to know something personal about each group member. Getting to know and understand team members' roles, views, motives, and needs is a cornerstone of the team building process. Team unity and cohesion is not only the coach's responsibility. Individual members have a responsibility to create cohesion as well. Here are some ways that group members can improve communication and build a strong, cohesive unit. You need to know other group members. The better the team members know each other, the easier it is to accept individual differences. We can provide help to group members whenever possible. Being a team means that individuals are mutually interdependent. Helping each other helps to foster team spirit and brings individuals closer together. We can provide positive reinforcement. Supporting teammates instead of being negative is critical to building trust and support. And we can be responsible. Take ownership of your actions. Blaming others serves no useful purpose. In addition, we can communicate honestly and openly with the coach or leader. The better everyone understands everyone else, the better the chances for team success and harmony. We need to resolve conflicts immediately. We need to take the initiative to solve conflicts immediately rather than vent and complain about our feelings. Negative feelings that build up can explode later, and that's never a good situation. And we need to give 100% of effort at all times. Working hard helps bring the team together. Dedication and commitment are contagious. So hopefully we know a little bit more about cohesion after this lecture.